1978. And it looks very amazing that Azumah Nelson is the man behind this concept. And we are here today to celebrate the 33 years of how he came into the limelight after defeating the man Wilfredo Gomez. So now in your shots, the boxers are battle ready. The referee, Mimesa Akako, is ready for the caboodle.
This fight, ladies and gentlemen, the 12th round vacant National Super Featherweight Championship promises to be very exciting and is brought to you by PW Mining. The boxers fighting from the red corner, Abraham, no shaking, Osei Bonsu, and his contender fighting from the blue corner, Felix Alvaro Ajom. And now, ladies and gentlemen, referee May Mensa Akako.
Very well. It's all set now. The official introduction been done by Johnny Hills. Very exciting, as you can see. The referee, Me Mensa Akako, issuing out instructions to the two pugilists to make sure the right things are done. And this is the National Super Featherweight bout between Abraham No Shaking Osei Bonsu and Felix Alvaro Ajom. And these two boxers, they have really promised that tonight they aren't going to leave any punch unturned. Muftawal, this is just the beginning of another hostility. But I believe that Abraham No Shaking Osei Bonsu is a known boxer. Likewise, Felix Alvaro Ajom. So what do they have in common?
Felix Alvaro Ajom, he's had a very impressive record so far in his career. The last time he drew a bout came on 11 June 2016. All the 9 bouts he's fought, he's always ensured that success never goes beyond his reach.
Okay.
Felix, Abraham Osei Bonsu also had a very impressive record. 14 fights, 11 by way of knockouts, 2 defeats and 1 draw. We are in for a very tough fight this night.
Very well, we are in for a very tough fight. Earlier was Wasiu Jatabi Mohammed and Nobime Femi from Benin. And for those of you who have missed that one, Wasiu Jatabi Mohammed won the fight in round number 3 by a technical knockout. And this is the second bout of the evening, National Super Featherweight title fight, and sponsored by PW Mining. Abraham No Shaking Osei Bonsu and Felix Alvaro Ajom. Ajom is the boxer in the black and white trunks, and as you can see, and Osei Bonsu in the red, white, and somehow blue trimmings trunks. He is also a boxer too with the red gloves. And so far, the two boxers have shown nothing to pick between the two. The referee, Mimesa Kako, is one of the finest in the country at the moment. And you're watching us live from the Bukom Boxing Arena. This is the Azumah Nelson Fights Night Round 5, where boxers are given the platform to exhibit their boxing talent, to indicate to the boxing fraternity that they have the wherewithal to be penciled down as world beaters. Now it looks like Osei Bonsu is driving some excellent jabs, landing them very, very well. But Ajom seems not to be excited about that. And now receiving caution from Mimesa Kako.
It's not only Ajom who will not be excited about the punches he's getting, but his trainer, Carl Loco, who is behind him, will be unhappy with the way he's allowed Abraham Osei Bonsu to get his punches through.
It's very, very too early for that. And Ajom is coming from the Bronx Boxing Gym, and Osei Bonsu from the Bukom Boxing Gym. So Carl Loco is the trainer of Richard Comey and Duke Micah. He just returned from the United States. So he is the one who is coaching Abraham Osei Bonsu, the boxer in the red gloves and fighting from the red corner. So that is the end of round number 1. That is Ajom, I should say, is the boxer fighting from the blue corner, and the trainer is Kaloko. And it looks like the atmosphere is building up, and the dignitaries are very excited. And I know those watching at home are very excited. This is Ajom, and Kaloko now in your shot is a member of the Ghana Boxing Authority. Now we are witnessing the man who many believe that is the favorite for this fight, talking about Osei Bonsu. That is some of the highlights, the slow-mo of what happened in the first round. For me, I think that it was an equal situation. There is nothing to pick between the two boxes.
But Abraham showed early signs of energy. He showed early signs of his experience. Having fought 3 times more than that of Felix Ajom, he displayed that character in the early stages.
Very well. Talking about character here, we are getting to round 2, where we would begin to see the character of who is going to emerge as the winner. It is a 12th rounder, and after this round, you have 10 more rounds to go. For those of you who have just joined us, this is the second bout of the evening. It is PW Mining National Super Featherweight fight between Abraham No Shaking Osei Bonsu from the Bukom Boxing Gymnasium, with a record of 14 fights, 11 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw. 10 of those wins came by way of knockout. He is fighting against Felix Ajom, the boxer in the black and white trunks, with a record of 9 fights, 8 wins, no defeats, 1 draw, 7 wins, and those 7 wins came by way of knockout. This is incredible. It's really incredible.
And the figures alone brings out the fiber of you loving boxing. When you hear these figures of these two boxers, it gives you the desire to watch what they've actually got
Very
to
well.
exhibit.
Ajom is trading some punches. I saw some cross punches a while ago. It was deadly, but Osei Bonsu was able to neutralize that punch. It was a ferocious one meant for disaster for Osei Bonsu, but he was able to move out of trouble. Osei Bonsu and now trying to work out some body shot, but it looks like Ajom is utilizing his longer reach. What a hefty punch coming from Ajom once again, but Osei Bonsu seems to be in trouble. Ajom landed a hefty one a while ago, and Osei Bonsu seems to be in trouble.
Osei Bonsu seems to be in problem. I think the height of Felix Ajom is a plus for him here. His outreach is far better than that of Abraham Osei Bonsu in the early stages. And if you see how he's throwing his punches, he makes sure that he lands them on the head of Osei Bonsu, forcing him to go down further.
Very well. That is one of the strategies of boxers. You're watching us live from the Bukom Boxing Arena. And this is the Azumah Nelson Fight Night Round 5, coming to you live from the Bukom Boxing Arena, and you're watching us live on Crest Sports. And I'm here with Muftau Nabila Abdullahi. He's helping me with the summary. And now Osei Bonsu, he seems to have opened up after he suffered some hefty punches from Ajom, the Alvaro man. I can see the Alvaro man using his longer reach to neutralize Osei Bonsu. Osei Bonsu is aiming at getting into infighting, but Ajom would never allow him to get closer to him. We have some few seconds to go for the end of round 2, and they have 10 more rounds to go. Now, Osei Bonsu with a clean shave, the red gloves, and he went with some excellent jabs. But that is the end of round number 2.
Osei Bonsu would have wished that last stretch had gotten his opponent before the bell went out. He would have wished so. It was so powerful.
Very well, I agree with you, Muftau. So that is the corner of Osei Bonsu in your shot with his trainer from the Bukom boxing gym. He was giving run for his money in round 2. And this is Ajom Kaloko there as the trainer, supported by his younger brother Francis Loko. They are all there to make sure Ajom will do the right thing. So once again, we are in the second bout of the evening. The Azumah Nelson Fight Night Round 5. Round number 3, here we come. The last 2 rounds, very, very exciting. But I know the judges will still be working around the clock for the verdict. We're talking about Confidence Yagba, JB Owusu-Ansah, and Michael Nikwe. The man in the center is Mensa Akakpo. And now Osei Bonsu is the shorter of the 2 pugilists. Ajom seems to have the benefit of height in this fight, but boxing has no space for height. It's about your resilience, it's about your energy, and what you can do in the ring. Now, the referee, Mensa Akakpo, going in to caution the 2 boxers for something unconventional in boxing. Osei Bonsu. Tonight, he seems to rely on his left jabs, but they are not really potent enough to silence Ajom Muftau.
There might be some secret behind that left hand. He seems to be throwing that one more often, and it might deceive Felix Ajom into coming in for him to go. You just saw that what happened.
No, that is amazing. You know, sometimes they will go in clinching. In the process, the 2 boxers nearly visit the canvas, and the referee once again would have to stop the fight and caution them again to avoid any point deduction. So Osei Bonsu again, and now Osei trying to penetrate the defense of Ajom, but Felix Ajom would have none of that. He's taking his time, he's delivering all the necessary jabs, but Osei Bonsu, very, very durable as usual.
The height of Abraham Osei Bonsu seems to be a problem for Felix Ajom. Most of his punches go up, and anytime he throws such a punch, Abraham goes down and he hits the wind instead of the opponent.
But I can tell you that height has nothing to do with boxing. Azumah Nelson was very short during his time, but he actually neutralized every opponent that came his way. So that is how we remember 33 years ago, he won his first WBC featherweight title, belts against Wilfredo Gomez. So here we come today to celebrate Azumah Nelson. At the same time, we are marking time, and we are in round 5 of the Azumah Nelson Fight Night. And Felix Ajom, the boxer in the black trunks with the black gloves, and Abraham Osei Bonsu, they call him no shaking, but it looks like today Felix Ajom is really shaking him.
Abraham no shaking is being shooken by Mr. Alvaro. Mr. Alvaro has ensured that Abraham
some aspect of his nickname. Yes, he needs to be, given that element of boxing artistry, and to see whether he can live by his nickname. But I think that is exciting tonight.
Artistry is never the key that will give you a result. It's the power and the right punches that will give you that.
Very well, we are seeing those right punches. We see a lot of excitement in this fight. The 2 boxers and working around each other. It looks like Osei Bonsu want to rely on body shots, but the resilience Felix Ajom is keeping him at bay. And I think Loco would have a lot of work to do, because it looks like Osei Bonsu is still very durable.
He will definitely have a lot to say. considering the last 2 rounds, what Abraham Osei Bonsu has given to Felix Ajom, he will have a cause to worry. He expected so much from him, and so far in the last 2 rounds, Abraham seems to be on top.
Very well. And that is a repeat of what happened in the earlier round. Osei Bonsu, he was really on rampage. He was probing for hefty punches, but Ajom went in for clinching. There's to avoid any untold story. In your shot is the boxer Felix Ajom from the Bronx boxing team under the tutelage of Kaloko.
Round 4.
Kaloko is the trainer of world title prospects. Talking about Richard Comey and Duke Micah. He just returned from the United States of America. And Felix Ajom, he delivered some excellent punches, but Osei Bonsu nearly sent him down the canvas.
And I wouldn't be surprised if either of these boxers touches the canvas before these bars comes to an end.
Very well. It's not going to be easy, though. After this fight, we have 3 more fights to go. Earlier, we had Wasiu Jatabi Mohammed running away with the victory against Nobime Femi from the Republic of Benin. The fight ended prematurely in round 3. Again, the referee would have to caution the boxers. Felix Ajom in black and Osei Bonsu, the man with a clean shave with the red gloves, trying to wave his way through. But it's becoming very, very difficult. And Felix Ajom has proven to be a very, very tough customer.
I personally expected more from Felix Ajom, considering what I've seen him do at the Bronx boxing gym. But unfortunately tonight, Abraham Osei Bonsu seemed to be a very tough nut for him.
Very well. And it's neutralizing him. It's making sure that he gives him no chance to operate. But that is boxing for you. This is just round 3. Round 4, I should say. They still have some rounds to go. It's a 12th rounder. Osei Bonsu
both boxers are wearing down.
He's applying a strategy where he is not even allowing Felix Ajom to get out of trouble.
He's shielding himself with the ring around there, and that's a plus for him. He wants to take in some breath before he comes back. But I feel that if he's going to continue that over and over again, it is going to be a difficult fight for him this evening.
Very well, difficult fight this evening. And there, a work delivered. Hook coming from Osei Bonsu. Osei seems to have discovered his rhythm at this stage. What a ferocious right hook at a time. And Felix Ajom would have to realize that Osei Bonsu is in for this fight. He's just round 4. They have 8 more rounds to go. Osei Bonsu.
He allowed him to deceive him with the left hand I was talking
It's
of.
now alive.
Before he went in with that punch, he allowed him to deceive him with the left punch, and then before he hooked him under. He shouldn't have opened up where he came with that left punch.
Very well, end of round 4. It's amazing, exciting here. Difficult to choose. There you have
Take a look at that again. Take a look at that
It
again.
was a deadly
That was a
uppercut
gorgeous
from
punch. That's a
Ajom.
gorgeous punch.
But Osei Bonsu retaliated at the right time. And he was really, really unbelievable from the 2 boxers. Very exciting if you ask me.
Very exciting, especially in the latter part of this round. It started on an even note, but when it got to the latter part, Felix Ajom shielded himself with the ring, allowing Abraham Osei Bonsu to come in. And when he came in, he opened his body up for him to get the upper hook, and he got him on the spot.
Very well. That's great perspective. We're getting ready for round 5. There you have it again. For the benefit of those who never saw it, Kaloko, as you can see him in your shots, not really excited at this stage.
And he'll be excited about that punch.
Really, round 5, here we come. And a reminder, this is a national super featherweight contest. Over 12 rounds between Ibrahim No Shaking Osei Bonsu and Felix Alvaro Ajom. It's been very, very exciting in the last 4 rounds. The dignitaries are here, and all the boxing fans are here in their numbers. For those of you watching us live from the Bukom Boxing Arena, this is the Azumah Fight Night Round 5.
Both boxers finally seem to be opening each other up.
Very well, and Ajom, what a miss there from Ajom. And Osei Bonsu is still working tirelessly just to make sure
Had that punch
that's the
gotten,
right thing.
had that punch gotten Ibrahim Osei Bonsu, it would have been equivalent to a bee sting.
It would have been a disaster if you ask me. Osei Bonsu with some excellent left jabs, and now Felix Ajom utilizing the longer reach. We saw some excellent punches there, but they lack that needed potency to silence Ibrahim Osei Bonsu.
Ibrahim Osei Bonsu was gaining the grounds in this bout, and Felix had to come in strongly. I'm sure those were some of the
This is an excellent punch. He takes it very easy. He looks at him, and then the timing of Felix Ajom is quite really impressive.
He knows how to time his punches.
Very well.
He knows
The timing.
when Abraham is coming at him, and he knows when to throw that punch to
Very
get
well.
him.
Abraham is working tirelessly tonight. The guy with a clean shave, the referee Mimesa Akako, is halting the fight at this stage. So this is just round 5. Osei Bonsu need to be attended to, and then Ajom in your shots, still looking very, very fresh. There is a cut.
That's a very deep cut.
The eye
That
of
is a very deep
Osei
cut.
Bonsu.
That's a very deep
This
cut.
cut could distract him.
The cut could distract him psychologically. It could affect him,
You know, I
and
think,
he will be coming in strongly to also get a cut on Felix Ajom.
I think this really came about regarding the punch that he received a while ago. So Osei Bonsu sustaining a cut at this stage without going to affect his fighting strategy, and we are yet to say.
And Felix will have to take
No,
advantage
he
of
would
that
have
cut.
to. He would have to
He
take
will have to take
advantage of the
advantage of that
situation.
cut.
You know, boxers normally would have to utilize this. It's an opportunity to increase, the pain on their opponents, and that is also going to affect Osei Bonsu psychologically and mentally.
Exactly what I was saying. It is going to affect him psychologically, because after this round, Carl Loco will trumpet into the ears of Felix Ajom that continue to hit where you've gotten your opponent, and if he's able to take that advantage, Abraham Osei Bonsu will struggle to survive in this
Very
round.
well. We want to see that Abraham now becoming quite a bit impatient now, and I can see him communicate to the referee, and Felix Ajom definitely will be in the driving seat
Felix-
at this stage.
Felix
It's an
is very
amazing
excited
fight.
about this round.
I know Osei Bonsu, I've seen it several times. The likes of boxers like Margarito, boxers like Zab Judah, boxers like Arturo Gatti, they sustain, injuries, but they can continue to win fights. So I think Osei Bonsu, let's see how the card came about. We never see that. So it's amazing.
Yeah, even recently, our very own Joseph Kinken Ogbeko, when he fought Abner Mares, he had the opportunity of taking advantage of a cut on Abner Mares, but he didn't take that advantage. And Abner Mares came back to win that bout.
Osei Bonsu in your shots. It looks like the cornermen were able to stop the blood from oozing. So that is quite a very, very encouraging. That will end up encouraging Osei Bonsu, because when the blood is oozing, it gives boxers distracted. But now the blood has stopped oozing. So this is round 6. After this, we have 6 more rounds to go. Osei Bonsu is not going to give up, but Felix Ajom will never stop dropping all the needed jabs and uppercuts, especially when he knows very well that his opponent is in trouble regards to the cut that he sustained.
That punch from Felix Ajom seems to have woken up Abraham Osei Bonsu here. The punch got him off his guard, injured him, and it is going to be that arsenal that will motivate him to come back. Earlier, I was talking about how Abner Mares survived and a cut he got from Joseph King Kong Agbeto, but he won that bout. That should be a motivation for Abraham Osei Bonsu here.
Very well. It is a huge motivation, and he's expressing that with some excellent body shot at this stage. Ajom would have to clinch. He was pushed to the rope, and he needs to get out of trouble. Ajom in the black and white trunks.
If you were a judge, you will start putting together your figures. And this bout so far,
you know, it depends on the situation.
Seems to be very difficult.
And Felix Ajom is still fighting tooth and nail to make sure the right things are done. Osei Bonsu, I love his fighting spirit. He's not giving up. He's known to be called no shaky. So he's indeed not shaking at this stage. The man Alvaro, he has impressed many here, but we cannot judge the outcome until the final round. There you have Osei Bonsu. He's working tirelessly. He knows very well that he has a lot to do if indeed he wants to turn the table.
The punch earlier from Felix Ajom shook him, but it also motivated him to come back stronger. And he's been in this bout since then.
Very well. Ajom taking some breather now. He took an overhead punch, but he never landed. And wonderful one coming from Osei Bonsu, but I hit the gloves of Ajom. And I love the style of Ajom. Is taking advantage of his left jabs at any given time, just to make sure that he lands them very, very accurately. Osei Bonsu with an excellent hook. What a hook coming from Osei Bonsu. Lovely.
That was brilliant end to the round. Brilliant end to the round.
Lovely.
He's been able to protect that left eye, which was cut by Felix Ajom. He's been able to protect that, and he came in very strongly in the last 5-10 seconds of this round. And that punch, had he gotten Felix Ajom, he would have regretted going through this round.
Very well. Osei Bonsu with an excellent punch there. And I know the corner of Felix Ajom will sit up, because Osei Bonsu is not giving up. When many thought in round 5, when he sustained the cuts, he would have given up. He's still fighting like a champion. So getting ready for round 7 of the second bout of the evening. BW Mining are the sponsors of this very bout. Is the National Super Featherweight bout between Abraham Osei Bonsu, also known to be called No Shaking. This is round 7. Osei Bonsu with a very, very impressive record of 14 fights, 11 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw, and 10 of those wins came by way of knockout. Is the boxer spotted in the red gloves. And his opponent from the Bronx Boxing Gym, Felix Alvaro Ajom, is with a record of 9 fights, 8 wins, no defeat, 1 draw, and 7 of those wins came by of knockout. Is the boxer in the black and white trunks with the black gloves to match. And Osei Bonsu with the red gloves trying to trade some punches. And he loves to work on the body of Ajom, but Ajom seems to be very, very strong, you know, when it comes to his body. And when it comes to the chin, he was tested a while ago and he looks very durable.
What he's done so well so far in this bout is that he knows how to protect his body. He knows when Abraham is going to go for his body to force him to open up. And he's done that so well this evening. That is why Abraham is finding it very difficult to penetrate with these punches.
Very well, finding very, very difficult to penetrate. And the defense of Ajom has been very, very excellent today. But it's too early because they still have 5 more rounds to go to end this caboodle. Now, referee Mimesa Akako will still have to caution the boxers. This is about the 5th time he's having really, really difficult time with these 2 boxers.
There have been so many stoppages in this bout. So many stoppages from
Definitely, in boxing, there are so many strategies. It's all about having your game plan, and then it was, and Osei Bonsu
as I said
down,
earlier,
but it was a slip. The referee has indicated that it was a slip, it was not from a punch. So the fight will continue. It will not count as a knockdown, as many would believe. Mimesa Akako, who was right closer to the scene, and he saw the situation and never took that as a knockdown. So Ajom would have to reorganize. The strategy seems not to be working. Osei Bonsu still fighting very, very hard. And he's showing no sign of giving up, because that was what many thought in the earlier rounds, that when he sustained the cut, Osei Bonsu would have been distracted. Osei Bonsu would have given up by this time, but he's still fighting like a champ.
He's still fighting like a champ because Felix Ajom have not taken advantage of the cut he's had on his left eye. And he's not been able to take advantage because Abraham has been able to protect that left eye so well, and making it very difficult for Felix to react.
Very well, very well. So that is how round 7 will come to an end. Now building up to round 8. Let me remind you that you're still watching us live from the Bukom Boxing Arena. And this is Azumah Nelson Fight Night round 5. Yes, that was the situation a while ago, round 7, when Osei Bonsu went down the canvas through a slip. It wasn't through a punch. And so the referee was right.
He was right, but someone would argue that had the punch from Felix hadn't gotten him, he wouldn't have slipped. He tried to position himself before he fell.
Very well. Osei Bonsu in your shots. And good news for him and his cornerman. The blood has stopped oozing. Yes. From the Bellman, round 8 now. We have about 4 more to go. So the referee once again, Mimesa Akako, would call for a mini conference with the 2 boxers to make sure the right things are done. There are some unconventional things happening that need to be corrected. So here we go. Round 8.
The defining moments of the bout.
The defining moment, actually. But here we come. We are yet to see that. Osei Bonsu started to trade some punches there. And Ajom would deliver an interesting punch there, but there was no power behind it. Osei Bonsu, the man with a clean shave. For those of you who have just joined us, he's the chap with the red gloves.
But
Felix Ajom is the
take a
man
closer
with the
look
black
of Felix Ajom. He's also had a cut.
gloves. Yeah, but that was not visible. We never saw that. So let's wait and see. And now Osei Bonsu. He has pushed his opponent to the rope, to the red corner. But it looks like Felix Ajom has also sustained a cut on his right cheek. So it means that they have something in common.
They have something in common at the moment, and both boxers will be motivated to know that this fight is an even fight, and anyone can win it.
Very well. Anyone can win this fight because they have one thing in common. Osei Bonsu has also sustained a cut beneath his right eye, and this is really going to be an amazing night.
The night started so young, but it's becoming a night everyone will want to be part of, because these two boxers assembled here have shown that they've got the talent to display what boxers can do to boxing novice.
Very well. Ajom in the black gloves and black trunks. Osei Bonsu trying to penetrate his guard. And now taking their time. The two boxers seems to have taken some extra caution. They are staying away from each other. Earlier, they were entertaining infighting, where the two boxers would have to get closer to each other. And this is an amazing punch. What a deadly punch from Felix Ajom.
That was a very expensive.
He nearly hypnotized him.
He got him to turn 360.
He turned 360 degree. Oh my, what a punch from Felix Ajom.
A spectacular punch. Like I said earlier, Abraham often comes with pace, and when he came that way, that punch forced him to turn 360 degrees. That was a power of a punch from Felix Ajom.
But he never went down.
He never went down.
He never went down, so that is credit to him. So Osei Bonsu.
How he was able to maintain his center of gravity.
He stood his
center
ground.
of gravity is a plus for him.
Absolutely. He was very, very strong at the stage. His foothold, very, very firm and durable. He has shown that he has the credibility. Osei Bonsu, and that is the end of round 8.
The highlight of round 8 was that 360 Felix Ajom forced Abraham Osei Bonsu to undertake.
And that's it. And I love to see that punch again. Ajom, Felix Ajom, look at the timing. And this is the way it all happened. And Ajom moved back. We never saw that. So it looks like Ajom sustained 2 cuts on his right and left cheek. So by still fighting and working out tirelessly to make sure that regardless of whatever happened,
these are just minor cuts.
You call this minor cuts. They are not minor. They are not minor because apart from the effects, it also, as I indicated earlier, it can affect the rhythm of the boxer. It can affect the strategy of a boxer. But let's see how it pans out. This is round 9.
I believe both coaches have told their boxers that the bout is an even bout, and it is for anyone to win it.
Very well. The situation is very equal, but you cannot really predict the outcome at this stage. Many would believe that Felix Ajom has done enough tonight to merit a win, but boxing is a game of uncertainty. A round or a punch can make the difference. So let's wait and see.
Felix Ajom has actually done enough. He's done enough to merit a win. But considering certain rounds that went to Abraham, who also had powerful punches on his opponent, it's very difficult for judges at the moment to tell us that this bout is for Felix Ajom to lose.
You know the judge. You cannot determine that. You just running commentary here, so we're just waiting for the judges. If indeed the fight goes through the rounds, and this is round 8, round 9, I should say, on your screens. And the boxes, Osei Bonsu, no shaking, and Alvaro, Felix Ajom, they are still giving us a lot to cherish them. It's been very, very exciting today. This is the second bout of the Azumah Nelson Night 5. And already we've done with the first fight.
That was a powerful punch. That was a powerful punch.
The counting is on.
Absolute drastic.
But he's complaining that it was a push. But the referee,
he actually punched him.
It was an accurate punch.
It was an accurate punch,
It was an accurate
but he
punch.
followed up with a push.
Absolutely. So let's see that.
The punch was enough to get Felix Ajom to
And
stagger.
Felix has gone down.
Abraham followed up with a push.
That is an amazing. Felix Ajom was protesting that it was a push, but referee Mensa Akako would have none of that. He saw a clear punch, a ferocious one indeed from Osei Bonsu, the man who many thought was at the receiving end in the earlier rounds. There he comes again, neutralizing every aspect of the fight at this stage.
That punch could make a difference in this bout. That punch could make a difference in this fight. It was so ferocious to the extent that it forced Felix Ajom to move out of his zone and allowing Abraham to follow him up.
Very well. So the two boxers now. The referee from the onset, Mensa Akako, he's been talking to the boxers to behave themselves, and things are getting out of hand. And here is, started with drizzling, now it's raining seriously. At this stage, I think we have to really pause our commentary at this stage. They run for cover.
The showers from heaven seem to be causing some trouble here.